All right, welcome back to Newsline. Now, let's begin with a breathtaking journey to Ekiti State, where warm and cold springs flow in awe-inspiring currents, yet they never blend. Sounds like a myth, doesn't it? But in Ekogi, it's a living reality for over 700 years or so. Streams of warm, cold, and lukewarm waters have dazzled visitors with one of Africa's rarest natural wonders. Olukemi Sani will tell us all about it.
Stored in the tranquil community of Ekogi in Ekiti State lies one of Nigeria's most inspiring natural wonders, the Ekogi Warm Springs. Here, nature performs an extraordinary feat. From one side of the hilly terrain flows a warm spring at a temperature of 70 degrees Celsius. From another rises a cold spring, both meeting at a confluence, yet miraculously maintaining their distinct temperatures side by side at around 37 degrees. Spanning over 31.38 hectares, the springs is cradled by a lush, evergreen forest, a protective canopy formed by towering palm and mahogany trees that have grown together for over a century. It is not just the scenery that leaves visitors enchanted. The silence, the serenity, and the story are a blend of legend, culture, and healing. Centuries ago, a revered traditional healer, Awopo Adibola, journeyed from Ile-Ife in Osun State to this very land. He was known for his powerful gift of Adoiwosan, healing through nature's elements. He came with his two wives, Awele, calm and gentle, and Aino, spirited and fiery. It is said that Awopo Adibola could summon both cold and warm water from the rocks to heal the sick. When he passed on, his legacy transformed into legend and into nature itself. According to oral tradition, the cool and gentle Awele became the cold spring, while the hot-tempered Aino became the warm spring. Their son, Orosun, born of Aino, is believed to have become the lukewarm spring, continuing the sacred healing powers of his father. From this legend comes the name Ekogi, now known as Ekogi.
Our parents went up to enter the ground and now transform to the warm water. The promise that our parents made the other time, that's what brought the two wives, tossed to colder and colder water from different sources, remained the son, which is Olosun, that settled by the left-hand side. When people now come here for healing properties, they will be asking of Olosun Ekogi.
For many who have visited, the springs are more than a tourist site. They are a place of reflection, healing, and quiet awe. The lush forest, the spiritual air, and the age-old legend combine to give Ekogi not just a place to see, but to feel. From nature lovers to curious adventurers, and even organizations like the NTA Ekiti, the stories of unforgettable experiences here are many.
Wow, it is hospitality at the peak. From the entrance up to the last point, the people here know what they are doing. They actually understood what is called tourism business.
I'm very happy. This is my first time here, Sha. I'm from Lagos.
A place where water tells a story and the land keeps the memory alive.
Wow, and the groups evokes this mysterious feeling. I wonder if it's ever open to, movie production. Would be a very interesting one to watch. All right, let's move on. And IHS, that's Nigeria, one of the largest independent owners, operators, and developers of shared communications infrastructure in the world, of course, by tower count, is collaborating with the National Commission for Museums and Monuments, NCMM, to create Nigeria's first digital museum of antiquities. Amaka Owo, who witnessed the remarkable event, describes it as an important step towards digitizing Nigeria's cultural heritage.
Nigerian artifacts are among the most sought after globally. In recent times, the repatriation of these artifacts from various climes back to the country has become a common trend. The preservation of Nigeria's cultural components have been taken to the digital platform. The Digital Museum is indeed a game changer, of which the IHS Nigeria played a pivotal role in demonstrating the power of public-private sector partnerships and underscores the IHS Nigeria's commitment to sustainability.
IHS is all about improving digital connectivity in Nigeria by owning this digital infrastructure. We thought this made sense. How can we make this hidden treasure that this country have available for everybody to see, available for every person, whether in Nigeria or even abroad, basically to access it online, see it at the fingertips, and really read about it and understand where every Nigerian actually come from.
The Digital Museum is a landmark initiative that represents a significant milestone in modernizing the preservation and promotion of Nigeria's cultural assets and making them more accessible to a global audience.
One of the reasons why the Digital Museum is quite innovative is because each object has its corresponding educational information.
It is designed to provide a platform for the exploration and appreciation of Nigeria's diverse cultural heritage.
What it means for us is really about us telling our stories ourselves. It's storytelling on a world stage, in a dynamic way, in an avant-garde way, and giving the world the ability to experience who we are through those expressions that our forefathers and ancestors were able to create.
The vision behind this museum is to make Nigeria's heritage more accessible to a wider, younger, tech-savvy audience. In creating this digital museum, over 200 actual activities from the collection of the National Museum Lagos has been 3D scanned and placed in an immersive environment. The digital museum is free to all.
Fantastic, fantastic. Now, what keeps a family going when illness becomes the way of life? In homes across Kano, the answer lies in the quiet strength of those caring for loved ones with sickle cell anemia. A love seen in long hospital waits, midnight pain crisis, and of course, unwavering hope. Elizabeth Yila Lamido reports that behind those hospital walls and inside community clinics, silent battles are fought daily by those living with this inherited disorder, shaping the choices, sacrificing, and bond-hold families together.
This is the hematology department at Aminu Kano Teaching Hospital, where people living with sickle cell anemia come not just for treatment, but for hope. Among them is Mariam, a 30-year-old woman diagnosed at just 8 months old.
We are 2 in our family, me and my younger brother. He also has sickle cell disease, but he's normal.
Her voice is calm, but her story carries years of pain, missed opportunities, and the constant fear of crisis. She speaks of lost friendships and a life shaped by uncertainty.
I once have a boyfriend, and the relationship was going well. He loved me the way I am. If I'm sick, he used to come and see me. He checked on me. But at the time that the wedding is going to happen, his parent now said that he's not going to marry me because I'm sickle cell patient. So far, I have missed 3 to 4 marriage opportunities.
In Kwanarjaba, Musa Bala cares for his young daughter, Jamila, who also lives with the condition.
I have 4 children, but this one is a sickler. We test our blood group, our genotype. The doctor tells us it's okay. So when at the long last we notice that something is wrong, when we marry, we begin to have children, we know that something is wrong somewhere.
For families like his, the burden goes beyond the medical. It's financial, emotional, and deeply personal.
The sickness, it will come unexpected. As you see her like this, sit down here, maybe within short time, the attack will come, and there is no money to take her to hospital.
Sickle cell anemia is a genetic disorder that changes the shape and function of red blood cells. According to hematologist Dr. Abdul Rahman, it is preventable with early testing and informed decisions.
Before you start get involved in a relationship, you should know the type of person you are with. You should know that if you are AS, you should not go for someone who is also AS. Likewise, AS should not go and marry someone who is SS. That is what we are advocating. We have superior investigation now, which we call HPLC.
Yet, myths and stigma remain. The president of the Sickle Cell Association in Kano says discrimination is still one of their greatest challenges.
I don't know what is wrong with our society. We know that this sickle cell is a genetic disorder. We were born with it. We are not the ones that choose to come like this. Because if everyone used to choose what he should be, we will not choose for ourselves that we should come as sickle cell warriors.
But change is coming. Religious leaders now encourage genotype testing before marriage, urging couples to break the circle. In 2024, that message became law. The Kano State House of Assembly passed the premarital health screening law, making genotype testing mandatory before marriage. For Mariam, who has endured hip replacement surgeries and repeated crises, the law offers more than relief. It offers hope, a chance to protect future generations.
I did not let my disease to affect who I wanted to be in future. Because right now I'm a statistician. I study statistics.
As she rises slowly from her hospital bed, she leaves behind more than pain. Mariam's story is one of quiet strength and a reminder that with unquenchable love and compassion, awareness and action, a future free of sickle cell is possible.
Thank you, Elizabeth, for that story. We'll continue to advocate that you know your genotype before you take those first steps to say, I do. Now, if you ever find yourself in Maiduguri and it seems you're seeing double, don't worry. You didn't imbibe the wrong fluid. You just might have crossed paths with Hassana and Husseina, identical twin sisters working arm in arm with their best friends, Hassan and Husseini, also identical twin brothers. Now, 4 young people, 2 sets of matching smiles, matching strides, and sometimes matching words spoken at exactly the same moment. It's a friendship so close. You could call it twice as nice and twice as charming. Pauline Kujivana brings us this story behind this very delightful double act.
It all began when NTA News first met Hassana and Husseina and traced them to their home in Giwa Barracks area of Maiduguri. Husseina, a 400-level mass communication student at the University of Maiduguri, shares almost everything with her sister Hassana, a 400-level geography student, including their looks.
Her first choice and my first choice, second choice, everything was the same. So the director was like, is this not twins? And we said we are twins. And he said, how comes you want to study the same thing? He said, he's definitely going to separate us. When our admission came out, I saw I was in mass communication and she was in geography. We go to our lectures together. She comes to mine. Whenever our lectures time clash, I will go to mine and she will go to her own. Her friends in geography and my friends in mass comm, they are her friends too. In Qatar, if I'm developing the symptom in the morning, her own will be in the evening. Mostly that's how it is.
Their mother had a unique way of identifying them, but even sometimes got it wrong.
The only difference is Husseina is a bit fatter than Hassana, and she's a bit taller than Hassana. That's the difference. If not, sometimes they do trick us.
The twins have fun with this, occasionally swapping identities to confuse people. While the interview was ongoing, walked in yet another surprise. Hassan and Hussaini, their friends, also identical twins and UNIME students. Suddenly, the compound doubled in laughter and in confusion. The big question became, can they even tell themselves apart in a hurry?
No, actually I can't. Actually, I can't do that.
So now, can you differentiate Hussaini and Hassan?
I can't. I can only guess.
Okay.
This one is Hassan and this one is Hussaini.
No. Is it true?
No, she's wrong. This is Hassan and this is...
Say it.
That means you are wrong.
They just want to confuse me.
The way you confuse others.
Yes, I guess so.
I don't think my girlfriend can differentiate us. She complains every day about that, but there is no way to help it. That's how we are.
There will be no mistake one day.
I can be Hassan and talk to her. And then, we can talk, and I can come and tell him that, I meet your girlfriend and we talk.
Curious to know more about Hassan and Hussaini, NTA crew followed them to their home in nearby community of Jidari Polo, where their father warmly welcomed them and shared memories of raising his look-alike sons.
Some say one is shorter, the other is taller, one is darker, the other is lighter. I don't know. I cannot. Once I said Hassan, they both answered. Once I said Hussaini, they both answered. So to me, it's okay like that. So now one is reading petroleum chemistry, the other is an architect.
In many Nigerian communities, myths about twins abound, from sending snakes and scorpions to delaying the cooking of food if offended.
Many times we saw things like snake, things like scorpion, and then their grandmother always warns us not to kill. Not to kill. These are the friends and family of the twins.
Honestly, if I see that they are scorpion, I used to be scared sometimes.
The four friends laughed this myth off.
I'm very excited about the fact that I can actually scare someone well. It's not true.
Our immediate brother, so when he beat one of us, it happens, like scorpion usually bite him, all that stuff. But me, I don't know, I cannot tell it happens. Really, I don't believe that. I just take it as a fairy tale.
The two sets of twins stood together, their identical smiles, proving that in a world that celebrates individuality, sometimes looking alike can create an even more remarkable story.
All right, now they made headlines on national daily news broadcasts. Back in February 2024, 6 babies born to one family in one day. That's a miraculous response to 13 years of waiting. Born at the National Hospital Abuja to Mr. and Mrs. Ifeanyi Chukwu Nwachukwu, the sextuplets captured the nation's heart. But behind the joy was a family struggling to stay afloat. Hakimat Aliyu has been following their journey, and if you've been wondering what news is about them now, we have an update.
Thank you.
6 tiny miracles, 1 small apartment and no jobs. That was the reality for the Nwachukwus when their sextuplets arrived January 29, 2024. A year and 6 months later, their story is changing. Their little apartment has been changed for a more comfortable space, thanks to the generosity of Nigerians who refuse to look away.
Since 1 year, 6 months down the line, and we can count God's faithfulness, we can count several of these, but in it all, we praise God. There are so many challenges along the line because merely after their births, we thank God for using men to help us in a very large way, out of which we were able to get this place to stay.
The babies are now thriving toddlers, full of energy like every child their age. While the road is still rough, Mrs. Nwachukwu says the love and support received have made all the difference.
Thank God for His mercy that found me. I thank so many people that really came to our aid when we gave birth to these children. They came, they helped. I appreciate them. I thank God.
The journey, however, continues as kindergarten approaches. Feeding, clothing, and further care for the 6 growing children. The parents cry out that it is a daily challenge.
They have not started school. They are just a year, 6 months. We are planning, assuming there is planning maybe September or at most, they are 2 years. They should start school.
From celebration to uncertainty, 6 little lives, 1 big journey, and a nation that chose to care. That remains the story of the Abuja sextuplets.
Wow. Bundle of joy there. All right. Let's take a short break. Don't go away, please. Newsline will return in just a moment. Welcome back to Newsline. Now, joy overflows as 2 proud families, the Girawas and the Mikos, came together in a rare double wedding that blended faith, culture, and long-standing friendship, from the heartfelt solemnization rites to the evening reception, shimmering with color and tradition. The celebration reflects the union of couples weaving together of generations and community ties. Now, guests shared blessings and warm laughter, and of course, some shows and delicacies, sealing the day as one to be remembered in Kanu's social calendar. Fatima Sanusi Karaye tells us the story.
The occasion began with Fatiha, a solemn ceremony conducted accordance with Islamic rites. Clerics led the proceedings with dignity, offering prayers and blessings as family members and invited guests bore witness to the sacred union of the couple. From the calm reverence of the Fatiha, the celebration followed seamlessly into a grand wedding dinner, an evening alive with music, warmth, and shared joy. Families, friends, and dignitaries gathered to honor the newlyweds in a setting where tradition embraced modern elegance.
We are always telling them to be patient. You know, life is always about the patient. So they have to be patient and working hard.
I wish them a very happy married life, and I wish them success in their life, kids.
Ajara is very lucky to have Salisu, but Salisu is the luckiest.
All I can say is the bride is a very nice girl, very obedient, very respectful, and I wish them a very happy and blissful marriage life.
The dinner unfolded with heartfelt speeches, vibrant culture displays, and moments of laughter shared among guests. Relatives and friends offered blessings, recalled cherished memories, and expressed their hopes for the couple's bright future.
I'm going to miss my sister so much, because then now there's not going to be any Goma sessions for us.
Yeah, he's a kind person and she's lucky to have him. He's a good man.
This is a good wish message to both Hajara and Salisu. I wish you a blissful, happy, and a forever marriage, inshallah.
I wish her a happy life, good children, and everything else in life. My advice to them is that they should be patient, they should be understanding.
Guests praised the event as a true reflection of unity, love, and values that strengthen family ties.
Hajara is my baby. She started my school when she's less than 2, and I know her from A to Z. Salisu is very lucky to have her as a wife because they have a good foundation as a family.
As the evening drew to a close, prayers once again rose for the couple, sending them into married life, surrounded by affection and blessings.
My wife is a very special one. She's one in a million, and she's just the best in this world. She has good characters and good personality.
Oh, he's very nice, he's kind, he's supportive, and overall he's going to be the best husband ever.
The night concluded as it began, with joy in every heart, hope in every smile, and the promise of a lasting blessed journey ahead.
All right, we are not done with love and wanting things. We are back here in Abuja, where love found its voice in the union of Muawiya Sandlip Bello and Habiba Mola Adamu. Now, with vows exchanged and hearts entwined, their story begins, witnessed by dignitaries and loved ones from across Nigeria. Now, it's a love that's destined to stand the test of time. Suleiman Abdul Wahab was there.
The deep echoing sound of kakaki and drums fill the air as horse riders led a vibrant procession symbolizing a royal family wedding and marking the start of a grand celebration in Nazare, Bauchi State.
May they live according to the tenets of the Sunnah of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam.
Friendship, love, and fraternity will continue to grow stronger between the two communities.
Marriage is an institution that we all must respect, so we will continue to pray for them.
It was a scene steeped in tradition, marking the union of Muawiya Sali Bello and Habiba Maula, granddaughter Walin Katagu. Led by the chief imam of Katagum, the couple married after the 300,000 bride price was paid.
It's not easy for one to survive so long. I pray to God Almighty for good health.
The joy and celebration did not end in Azare. It traveled with the couple to Abuja, where tradition met elegance in a stylish and spirited reception.
The bride is from the family of Walin Katagu, and her father is the Darman Katagu. And of course, the groom is also from a royal family in Adamawa State. So it's a very good combination. I pray that the Almighty Allah will grant them a blessed marriage.
He's a son one will be proud to have come so many years.
Financial support, moral support, prayers to see that this day is a success.
The groom was unveiled in line with his cultural customs as family, friends gathered once again, this time under the glow of city lights.
I am happy to witness my daughter's wedding, and may God bless the youth.
May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless our union. Amin ya hayyu ya qayyum. Thank you very much.
Whoever comes here and those that were not able to come, those that send their prayers, I can't thank them enough. So I'm really, really happy. I can't express how happy I am today.
Muawiya and Habiba, this is the beginning of a lifelong journey rooted in tradition, surrounded by love, from Azare to the country's capital. Their story is a beautiful reflection of unity, commitment, and future filled with hope.
And we here also share in the joy and prayers for all the couples. But it was a celebration of impact in Abuja and Ogun State, where family, political associates, friends, and National Assembly staff all turned out to honor Senator Solomon Olamilekan Adeola on his 56th birthday, a man whose journey from Yawaland to national prominence has touched lives and transformed communities. Now, it was indeed a moment of joy, reflection, and deep appreciation, not just for his age, but for his influence. Here is Joshua Ogunjide with highlights of that celebration.
The atmosphere was nothing short of glamorous, filled with music, dance, and songs of solidarity, all in honor of a man whose name echoes from the grassroots to the national stage. Senator Solomon Olamilekan Adeola, fondly known as Yayi, turns 56, and of course the celebration was a powerful show of love, gratitude, and recognition of a life of service.
In that note, Mr. President, I support holistically that this bill be allowed to go for the second reading. I so submit.
Described as grassroots mobilizer, not just of his political milestones, but of his kindness, accessibility, and deep commitment to people's welfare. To many, the chairman of the 10th Senate Committee on Appropriations is a dedicated lawmaker and a symbol of selfless service, pillar to the weary, and a bridge across long-standing divides.
The office and some well-wishers in Abuja decided to honor him by celebrating him even in his absence.
This is what we feel that we can do for him, to appreciate him for what he has been doing to our communities, to our constituencies, to our senatorial districts, to Ogun State and to Nigeria in general.
He's such a wonderful person. He has a heart of gold, and his heart is geared towards the poor, the needy, and the downtrodden of the society.
Empowerment, provision of water, provision of electricity, in all ways that he could help. Yes, he has been up and doing.
I don't know him directly, but I got to hear about him from his activities through a client. And since that time, he made very serious impression upon me.
He has been a pillar to Chadash Empowerment Foundation.
Back home in Ilaro, his birthplace, the celebration took a practical turn. No fewer than 1 and 2 electricity transformers were distributed across local council development areas in the 3 central districts of Ogun State, a bold step to light up communities in honor of the day.
We have now gone to a second stage of ensuring that people who are benefiting power through the national grid, who have challenges of transformer, are provided with those transformers.
And everything that we have done is just to show that Ogun West truly appreciates the person of Senator Solomon Olamilekan Adeola for his tremendous effort.
The wave of celebration swept through Abeokuta and Ijebu-Igbo, where the joy continued in full swing, a reflection of Yayi's broad appeal across Ogun State. Born on August 10, 1969, into the family of Ayinde Adeola Ogunleye and Abeni Olasumbo Ogunleye ni Akinola, Senator Adeola's journey began in humble surroundings, but with a spark of destiny. His political rise took flight in 2003 when he was elected to represent Alimosho State Constituency 2 and the Lagos State House of Assembly.
Somebody has accumulated and acquired experience. The only thing is that he should have an opportunity to make it useful for his community. And when I say community, I'm talking of even Nigeria as a whole.
We are carrying out what he believes in. That's the reason why we really reformed this organization this year, in order to continue to touch lives. And Senator Yayi, I want to wish you a happy birthday. We believe in you.
Hey, let's put the hands together. Let's put the hands together.
Whether in the chambers of the National Assembly or the heart of his community, Yayi has become a rallying point for progress, unity, and renewed hope.
Now, a decade on the throne is not just a passage of time at all. It is a journey of service, tradition, and enduring bonds with the people. Now, in Ikorodu, it was a celebration like no other, as family and well-wishers gathered to honor the 10th coronation anniversary of the Adegorishan Ayangbunre of Ikorodu land, Oba Kabiru Adewale Shotubi. The event also witnessed a historic moment as Nigeria's First Lady, Senator Oluremi Tinubu, was conferred with the prestigious chieftaincy title of Iyaoba of Ikorodu land. Lanre Gbeliyi was there.
Located in the northeast of Lagos, along the Lagos Lagoon and sharing boundary with Ogun State, Ikorodu is currently the 12th largest city in Nigeria and the 2nd largest local government area in Lagos State, with a population of more than 1 million inhabitants and growing rate of 5.26%. Sons and daughters of Ikorodu land, guests from all walks of life, including His Imperial Majesty, the Ooni of Ife, other prominent Obas and High Chiefs trooped en masse to mark the 10th year anniversary of Ayangbunre of Ikorodu land.
All I want to wish him is the very best. 10 years is not a joke, and he's still a young man. he has a lot going for him. We just want to pray for him that he's going to live very, very long.
His leadership has been very good for us. He's a father to everybody, amiable, and a very good man. So, as he celebrates his 10th year, we wish him many, many more years on the throne.
And I'm expecting to see some pretty powerful things in the next few years, specifically with some of the work that he's planning to do with diaspora and welcoming diaspora back to Nigeria.
High point of the celebration was the conferment of Iyaoba of Ikorodu on Nigeria's First Lady, Senator Oluremi Tinubu, who was represented by the wife of the Deputy Governor of Lagos State.
This gesture is not only a personal honor, but a call to continued service and the appointment of our shared commitment to the progress and well-being of Lagos and Ikorodu in particular. I receive this honor with full awareness of its cultural significance, and I say thank you, Abos.
There was no dull moment as a series of live performances by Yoruba cultural troops spiced up the occasion. In appreciation, Oba Kabiru Adewale Shotobi thanked the people of Ikorodu and other legations, encouraging them to cooperate with the present administration in fast-tracking its mission and the ongoing laudable transformations across the country.
To continue to panel the canoe for everybody, let me know your feelings. Tell me what you want me to do. I will do more than that. Let us partner with the government. My proud moment will be when I have the next governor of Lagos State from Ikorodu.
Since his enthronement in 2015, Oba Kabiru's reign for many has been a decade and a chronicle of developmental milestone achievements, peace and love.
Let me echo the words of NITCON Chairman, Honorable Abike Dabiri. You're watching Newsline. Let's take a short break now. All right, welcome back. We've just received more birthday greetings for the former head of state, General Ibrahim Babangida. This time, it's coming from former President Goodluck Jonathan, who paid a personal visit to General Ibrahim Babangida on his 84th birthday at his uphill residence in Minna. During the visit, Jonathan eulogized the former military president, describing him as a devoted and committed leader who has Nigeria's interests very close to his heart. Jonathan praised Babangida's leadership legacy, stating that his efforts in stabilizing the nation during challenging times and guiding Nigeria through critical periods have left a lasting impact on the country's history. He further extolled General Babangida as a tribalized leader who has transcended ethnic or tribal affiliations, prioritizing the greater good and national interest over parochial loyalties. The former president acknowledged Babangida's significant contributions to Nigeria's infrastructure development and social mobilization. Jonathan prayed that God grants General Babangida long life in good health, enabling him to continue imparting wisdom to humanity. And also, the Minister of Information and National Orientation, Mohammed Idris, has described former military head of state, General Ibrahim Babangida, as an enduring statesman whose life and service remain etched in Nigeria's political history. The minister, in a statement, says the former military leader has continued to stand as a voice of wisdom, moderation, and guidance in the nation's collective journey towards peace, unity, and sustainable development. As he marks the milestone of 84, he celebrates not just his years, but also his immense contributions to the evolution of modern Nigeria, particularly through his championing of political and economic reforms and legacies of service, courage, and vision, which continues to inspire leaders and citizens alike. At 84, Minister Idris says General Babangida remains a vast reservoir of knowledge and experience, inspiring successive generations with his clarity of thought and depth of understanding. And on behalf of the Ministry of Information and National Orientation, the minister prayed that Almighty God grants him many more years in good health, strength, and fulfillment. All right, so let's talk business now. How did you find the love of your life? Don't ask me. For many of our younger ones, it might have felt like a game of hide and seek, you know, those thrilling romantic moments, sometimes even accidental. But for the older generations, like some people I know, love often comes packaged, or, you know, they came packaged through matchmaking, carefully arranged by family or even trusted go-betweens. You know what I mean. But in today's world, the search for true love seems harder than finding a needle in a haystack. Elsewhere in Kano, one woman has mastered the art and the business of turning that impossible search into a reality, now weaving connections that blossom into lasting marriages. But behind every match is a process far more intricate than you could imagine. Again, let's join Fatima Sanusi.
Everywhere we have a union, in Abuja, in Agadas, in Libya, in Cameroon, Chadi, Niger.
For more than 2 decades, she has been in the business of love, not just introducing strangers, but crafting partnerships that have endured the test of time. A certified professional and proud member of the National Association of Matchmakers, her work stretches from Nigeria's political corridors to the corporate boardrooms and elite social cycle.
I don't want to see the people sitting without marriage. That's why I'm start helping them for doing this.
This is Hajara, once a client, now happily married. Today she returns not for herself but with her daughter, perhaps to begin her own journey.
Hajia Asabe introduced me to my husband, and after talking with him for 3 weeks, he came to see my parents and we got married. And today we have 7 children.
Eligibility begins with a form, thorough and tailored. Clients choose between premium and standard packages, each demanding a full security background check and complete medical screening. For women, the process goes far beyond meeting a man. It is months of transformation, cooking lessons, etiquette training, mastering the art of respectful conversation, and learning to dress with grace. She prepares her brides-to-be to walk into marriage with confidence and skill.
If I gave fasten this form, if somebody have 1,000 to 5,000, this I'm collecting for this form. If somebody say no, I will not pay, I say no problem. Send me your details.
While matchmaking has connected countless couples, it also sparks debate about personal choice, tradition, and the role of family in modern love.
Family determine who their member should marry. This is matchmaking. So now, as a result of social change, we are now in modern time. Many of these functions has been snatched by new institutions that emerge.
Her doors are open to all religions and backgrounds, but no matchmaking for anyone under 18. And as clients stream in and out, her reputation rests on trust, discretion, and proven results. In the end, love is a journey each hope to walk freely. But when every step is mapped by tradition and shaped by society, one must ask, whose destination are we truly reaching?
All right, matchmaking has been, part of our culture, but it doesn't really matter. Whichever way it goes, what matters is that we have shared love and understanding. You're watching Newsline. Another break. We'll be right back. You're watching Newsline. Thank you for joining us if you've just tuned in. Now, a month after the abduction of 3 seminarians at a Catholic minor seminary in Edo State, the abducted students are yet to regain their freedom, despite efforts by security agents and the church to secure their release. Even more worrisome is a disturbing video which surfaced recently about the captives. Now, this prompted the NTA to dig deeper into what could be responsible for the delay in releasing the children. Victor Odion Acha was with the Catholic Bishop of Auchi Diocese on a fact-finding mission.
It is exactly a month and some days when some bandits attacked the Immaculate Conception Catholic Minor Seminary in Imianopodi Agenibode in Edo State, killing a civil defense official attached to the school and abducted 3 seminarians. 3 days later, one of the seminarians was released, leaving 2 behind with the kidnappers. Recently, a video of the 2 seminarians carrying humascos surfaced on social media, pleading with the government and parents to secure their release. This, the Bishop of the Catholic Diocese of Auchi, the Most Reverend Gabriel Dunia, condemned, saying that despite all efforts by the church to secure the school with 10 vigilante members, 5 civil defense officers and hunters, the attack on the school by the bandits still persists.
I feel bad. I feel disturbed that if these kidnappers, who are known to always locate in different places in our forest, if those forests were surrounded and put them in a siege for a long period of time, at least for 1 week, there was no way they could not have released our boys.
The bishop wonders why the children are still being held hostage when the church has appealed to them to release them. He said the kidnappers have requested a ransom of 300 million naira and later reduced it to 100 million naira, but the church has no such money.
As part of our obligation to God and society, civil government inclusive, to train future great minds who will be leaders of the church and society in the nearest future. This is why the seminary was set up.
The police commissioner had earlier visited the school when the incident happened and assured the safe return of the children and immediately announced the establishment of a new tactical division in Evihua to serve as a rapid response unit to address security challenges in the area and safe release of the seminarians. The Immaculate Conception Minor Seminary, Ivanopodi Agenibode, has witnessed several attacks by bandits with the abduction of the administrator, another episode of adopting a seminarian who was later killed, and now the July 10 episode.
A mother's love is a melody that never fades, gentle and forever etched in the hearts of her children. And even in death, it lingers like a fragrance of cherished memories. So it was no surprise as the children of late Victoria Abos Adibola journeyed from far and near to their ancestral home in Baruku to honor and celebrate the beautiful life of their mother. Now for them, this farewell was sweet remembrance and the tender ache all in one. Jonathan Omajale reports.
It was a weekend when all roads led to the quiet community of Igbaruku Ukeri in Yagba West local government area of Kogi State, in what could only be described as an August gathering in August. The remains of 81-year-old Victoria Abos Adibola, an illustrious daughter of the land, returned home for a befitting farewell ceremony. The Christian Week at First Equa Church Igbaruku provided family members, friends and well-wishers the opportunity to pay glowing tributes to the matriarch, fondly remembered as a quintessential mother, gentle in spirit and yet unwavering in principles.
A woman who fears the Lord, she came, she conquered, and she left a legacy that will live and last for generations to come.
If I'm given another opportunity, I will choose her again and again.
Like when you're with Mama, you can't have any dull moments. With Mama, you will gist, you will laugh. Mama will just give us news all over the world.
The final farewell was, however, deeply emotional, as her remains were committed to Mother Earth in the presence of those whose lives she had touched. Born in 1943, the mother of 9 spent nearly 35 years in Sokoto, where she was among the founding members of the Second Ekwa Church.
An intelligent woman, she will teach us the word of God. Respect, discipline. In our house, we don't dress anyhow.
I'm the royal father of this community, and occasionally she used to come to me to advise me.
She was a giver. She was always thinking of how to give, how to provide for the church, for the people.
We miss her greatly, but we thank God for her life. Testimony has been so awesome, and the son, Pastor Adibola, been so wonderful.
She was a very, very caring person.
The Thanksgiving service at the Second Ekwa Church was another moment to honor her enduring legacy. Though out of sight, Victoria Abos Adibola remains alive in the hearts of her loved ones.
Absolutely. Out of sight is certainly not out of mind. And you know what? Someone once said, if you can't find one thing to laugh about every day, you'll never grow old. Well, I'm certain Newsline gave us more than one tonight. So we're safe for the weekend, right? So do keep that smile until we meet again next week Sunday by God's grace. I am Claire Adelabu Abdurrazak. Good night, everyone.